Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Usman Najam. I'm presenting on concept of hyponymy. Hyponymy is when the meaning of one form included in the meaning of another. The relationship is described as hyponymy. And in this family, there are pairs. For example, horse is uh, animal is a hyponym of horse, and it means that it belongs. For example, uh, an ant is from the family of insects. So it is the way we see things. For example, daisy, rose are hyponym of flowers. Their subtype or subordinate and subjective is hyponymic. Adjective is hyponymic. Hyponym is concentrating on the first syllable. Its etymology comes from the Greek, and hyponym is not restricted to nouns. Verbs to see, for example, hyponym of seeing is glimpse, stare, and gaze. All these three have different connotations, and all three have different meanings, but they are similar, and comes under the hyponym of seeing or watching somebody. Glimpse is just a quick uh, skimming through from of some text of or some thing which comes into contact when you see something, you try to glimpse around. And gazing, staring is threatening. Gaze, if you consider gaze is something which if you see gazing is threatening. Gazing is a concentration level, and it means that you are concentrating on something, and this level of concentration when increases, you say so and so person is gazing on a document. If he's reading a document very far, if he's reading a document with a lot of concentration, you would say that he's gazing at it. And staring is threatening. If you want to threaten a person, if you want to if you want to stare, if you would stare, he would take it offensive. And if you stare at women in Pakistan, it would be offensive and a criminal act also. So I would turn to the next slide. Uh, there are more points. Edward Finnegan said that hyponymy is found in all languages. Hyponym relations differ from one language to the other. We can consider the words that have similar meaning because they belong to the same area of domain. The area of domain is actually the animals, and the further classifications, and this domain is actually, uh, for example, animal. In the animal domain, all the animals come, and then there is further classification of it. For example, the word pink, orange, hot pink, pumpkin represent one color. That is then what means then all these colors are hyponyms of red color. And it comes, and all these three are in the family of colored things. And maple, birch, and pine are hyponyms of tree. Hyponyms are also derived as subcast of a general word. Three words can mean say it can have same meaning. If we talk about lion, there are a family of cats, however, that there can be slight differences of meaning, and we can't call a lion's cub a kitten, because kitten is a very benign and undamaging, and it's not a savage creature actually, but their physique is same, but we can't call a kitten a lion's cub, because their nature and their features can be the same, but their nature is not. So I will jump to the third slide. Hyponym and hyponymic pairs in lexical contrast. Lexical contrast involves interpreting the same or more item as similar. The contrasting elements should not seem the same, as we would call the question on the sanity of that person who makes such a contrast. It would be very vague to understand. The co-hyponym rose and sunflowers differ of species, and they become in colors and shapes, but they are the family of flowers. It is one thing that cannot be denied. Single hyponym can be thought to be included in books, and books are narrowed down to novels, because there is we consider what is narrowed down, what is why we say that it is narrowing its scope, because books are fiction, non-fiction. They are stories, they are kids stories, there are for adults, and there are a lot of classifications of it, and all those books come under the heading of books. And even novel is a kind of a book, actually. Novels are lofty and may be written on pillars of imagination, but uh, it would be different. A book is different from a novel, but a novel is a kind of a book. As a matter of fact, that we pollute hyponym with exaggeration or understatement, it would disturb the lexical relation. So this relationship would be deteriorated. Some terms are not hyponym. For example, coat and outwear clothing. The current study focuses on clothing as hyponymy relationship with clothing as direct and indirect. Sometimes there is hyponym for a word, or for example, if we say piglet is a pig, a boar is a wild pig and bigger in size, and hogs are also wild and savage creatures. Uh, um, in the family of pigs, there are uh, uh, all are destructive, but some are dangerous, some are not. Uh, uh, I will end my presentation here, and I had to be that quick because there was no non-availability of time. Thank you, madam.